So is it really worth going to co-work versus possibly working from cafes or basing here in your room to work? So I'm going to share with you all my experience over the last 60 days, how it worked out for me, and hopefully this will help you prepare for coming to base here as well. The first thing is price. Now I'm going to kind of put the screen overlay right here about the current cost of going to BWORK, which is probably the most famous co-working place here in the Canggu area. I went to BWORK for about 2 weeks for a 30-day pass because I wanted to check it out and see what it was like.
All right, that's a wrap. The 2 weeks, 30-hour pass at BWORK behind me right there.
And that's what we're going to focus on mostly for this video, as well as mentioning a few other places that I experienced or heard about as well to hopefully give you the most information for your time watching today's video. Overall, you guys can see the prices here. I do think that it's a little bit high as compared to possibly going to other co-works or possibly going to a cafe or maybe working at your own place, which would be the most cost efficient because you're already planning to sleep there. And if there's good Wi-Fi at your accommodation, why not work there? You also have your bathroom, maybe your refrigerator like I do here, and it's just easy. You don't have to go anywhere each and every day. But at the end of the day, maybe the value is there for you to go to a co-work. So number 2, focusing on BWORK.
Alrighty, first day, gonna go sign up at the co-work. Yeah, curious to see how it goes because definitely I have a bias toward just being in my own place, having my own stuff, quiet, Wi-Fi, all those things. So pushing out of the comfort zone to go to the co-work. Here we go.
I think the facilities are great, top notch. And being a person that always kind of worked from home first, I was curious to go try what it would be like going to work at the co-work. So with BWORK, you can sign up for many different types of memberships. As I mentioned a second ago, I did the 2-week one for 30 hours. So basically you'll get an app from them and it shows you how many hours you've used.
Alrighty, so now I'm back at the room here and had the first day going to BWORK Bali here in Bali, Indonesia. And basically joined for the 14-day plan by hours. So 30 hours I'm gonna do over that time, which is 1,100,000 rupiah, Indonesian rupiah, or about 67 USD at this point in time. So basically they track you by your hours that you're connected to their Wi-Fi.
You can also have time in the study room, as you can see here, as well as you can go spend time at their cafe, or you can go to many of the other rooms there. I think overall it was really nice, secure Wi-Fi there, really good aircon. You had a bunch of different places to sit. Kind of reminds me when I was in university, you want to get there early because kind of first come, first serve.
Well, there's no more focus rooms inside. This is where we're coming to finish the work out here in the patio.
Whether you can have a space with the monitors, bring your own monitor, have a space in one of the study rooms, and so on and so forth. So get there early if you're going to do that. They also have a good mixture of kind of upstairs, downstairs, outside, aircon, no aircon, or you could sit in the cafe area. So that was nice as well. And something else I didn't try out is up on the roof. They also do have kind of yoga classes and stuff up there to go to. In addition to that, kind of a segue, they do have a lot of events, which is kind of the real reason why I joined the BWORK or the co-working overall. So they have a new member meetup usually on Tuesdays. They sometimes will have nighttime dinners or weekly lunch meetups, as well as they usually have paddle on Fridays, rotating in many different paddle locations. Sometimes they'll have an event on the weekends and so on and so forth. And usually they'll post it on their Instagram weekly as to what's going on. So number 4, co-work or something else. So as you know, many people do kind of advertise going to co-works. You can be going to a co-work. You can go to one of the cafes here that are popular, and or you can work from your room. It really depends what's best for you. Obviously, across all of those, you're going to have it span the difference between price, convenience of going there and the facilities, and possibly who you're going to meet up with and network with. I think they all have their pros and cons. From going to the co-works, obviously the most expensive option, but probably the most curated option. And then as far as the cafes go, it's kind of do it yourself. And some of the cafes will charge you or ask you to pay more money if you're sitting there all day taking up a seat. Others won't bother with that, but it really depends on that. And as far as the Wi-Fi goes and the environment, how loud it is not going to be quite a different because it's not really a working setup scene fully like a co-work would be, but they're pretty good. And then lastly would be working at your own room. So right now, as I'm filming with this camera is, I just have a nice desk right there, as well as a relatively comfortable chair. And I really wanted to be able to kind of work from the room and not have to go to a cafe or go to a co-work. So I feel like that was also a really good option because you don't have to walk anywhere. You've got your bathroom here, you've got your refrigerator, you've got the AC how you want it, the noise level how you want it. You kind of control more of those elements. The biggest negative of that is you're not kind of working next to other people and you don't really have that social component. What worked best for me? I think overall I prefer the most to work from the room and then kind of supplement that with going out to events like targeted that I really want to go to. Overall for me, I found the networking was better at the targeted events during the evenings or the lunches, going to play paddle, which is why overall kind of for me, working from here and going to a lot of events actually at Tribal Co-working Hostel was the best mix for me. So I went to obviously BWORK for a bit, went to some of their events, their paddle events as well. And then afterwards ended up mostly for the rest of the weeks here working from my room, and Tribal had the most events that I really enjoyed, from someone talking about social media management, some talking about their YouTube channel, kind of in this role that I enjoy, which is why I'm filming this video for you right now. So hopefully this is really helpful for you, whether you want to go work at a co-work while you're here in Bali, specifically BWORK, or maybe Nebula or Tropical Nomad, or maybe go stay at Tribal Hostel and work there and do the co-working aspect like that. Anyway, if you guys made it this far in the video, check out these other helpful videos here about my entire 60 days staying here in the Canggu, Bali area, as well as the bottom video will be the kind of the Bali playlist. You guys know what the next video. Do not forget to explore more, and I'll see you there.